that doesn't mean that you need to come and say hello.
Right, we are live.
Woo-woo.
Hi, everybody.
Shall I have a psychedelic version of going live? Like, go live, go live, go live, because I'm a bit hyper on the pills, do you think?
Could be that. Yeah, as long as you don't do like the dance of the 7 veils and forget how many veils you've got. Or...
I think I've got like 6 when I've only got 5.
Yeah.
That would be a bit of a problem, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so it's a bit cooler here today. What's the weather like where you are, everybody? What have you got, Emma?
We've got sun, and actually it's not warm for August, but it's warmer than it has been.
Okay.
So we're quite blessed, but then it has rained constantly for about 72 hours.
Well, I was doing some tidying and I found a sample knit, so I thought I'd better wear it.
You are wearing all the knits.
I am wearing all the knits today. So the green here is the original version of the Rian Cowl.
Gorgeous, that. What's that knitted on?
It's Lanas Stop York Merino, and it's a high twist superwash merino. The colour is called Forest Green.
It's a nice green, that one. I like that.
I really like how it goes with a Campside cardigan, actually, and my teal top.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And it even kind of goes with my knitting.
Oh, yeah. Coordination today. I'm not up to coordinating anything, me.
I know, another 5 minutes and I might have to take the cowl off and possibly even the cardigan. Oh, Elaine says it's just clouded over here in Acklam. Oh, that's no fun at all. It's cloudy here as well. It's not rained. It kind of feels like it could, but it hasn't.
Oh, we've still got sun.
We did have sun early this morning and there was no breeze at all out the back of the house. So the dogs and I sat while I had my sort of first cuppa of the day. Coco wandered around panting loudly in excitement, and Mocha just sat there wanting to be fussed. And I did get about 10 minutes of vitamin D.
Excellent. That's all you need. I haven't had any for days. I have sent the children out the past 2 days. They obviously didn't do a good enough job with the bushes in the first place because they weren't upright. They weren't in the ground.
Oh, you got to dig them in.
Oh, do you know? So yesterday I sent them back out, but it was raining. So they've obviously done the bare minimum. Right. And then this morning I've gone down and had a look, and there's 3 bushes laying down again.
They've not done the job, have they?
I've had to crack that whip. So they've been back out again. And I tell you what, we're in trouble if they're not upright tomorrow because we've got no mud left.
What, you're not going to get another ton of mud?
I do not want to see mud ever again in my entire life. I've had enough mud.
So, and how's everybody feeling today? How are you doing, Elaine? Have you been out for a run or anything this morning? I know Emma will have jibbed with a, sports injury thing.
Yeah, I'm slacking a bit over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elaine won't slack. Elaine's not a slacker. She goes out all the time. She's good.
Is she one for sprinting as well?
She's really fast. She does a 5K in about 21 minutes.
Wow. See, I could probably do that in the car.
All
right, so Elaine's been for a run this morning. Well done. How far did you go this morning, Elaine? Was it a sort of route that you usually do, or do you try and vary it?
Did you go out with the Sunday runners, or did you go on your own? There's a group that meets over near the Tees Barrage. It's a lovely place to run. Lovely, lovely place.
Good.
So, Yvonne's with us.
Hi, Yvonne. How are you doing? Emma, have you got a work in progress? Have you?
I have my mum's jumper. Well, I say jumper, it's a cardigan. So
I half expected you to lift that up and see dodgy purl stitches every now and then where you've done the wrong stitch on the right side row. Oh, just the odd bit of drug-addled looseness, but it looks really neat.
It's actually doing all right, isn't it? So basically it is a cardigan. I started with the saddle shoulders, so I've done, I don't know if you can see that, that's the saddle shoulder, and these stitches are on holders, so they'll be the sleeve. Then I did the back, so I've come down so far with the back, then I put that onto holders, and then I've picked up from the saddle and I've done the fronts, so I've got the two fronts, and now I've just joined, and I managed that much yesterday in the, like, it's not in the round, it's back and forth, but in one piece, and I've got a little faux seam under there. So now I have to do 34 centimeters, I think it is, back and forth in stocking stitch.
Right.
So I could be here sometime.
Yeah, you won't really need to concentrate other than your faux seam stitch, will you?
No. It should, you know, even on the drugs, I've managed it.
Oh, well done, you.
So yeah, it's a good job it is a Christmas present.
Did you see Yvonne on Instagram yesterday in her minty tea?
I did not.
Oh, smoking hot.
Was she?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Beautiful fit. Really is lovely.
I'll have to go on and have a little look for that later.
Yeah. I might have said it was gorgeous. Might have said that.
It probably is gorgeous.
It is. It's fabulous. It's really lovely.
I actually got to see my granddaughter on FaceTime yesterday.
Oh, Elaine's saying it'd be nice when Emma and Anne can join her with the running again.
Oh.
I'm sure Emma's desperate to get back out. Obviously, once she can manage walking in a straight line and staying awake, seems to be the challenges of the moment.
Yeah.
Right. Yvonne says, I've got an I-cord bind off on the second sleeve of her Good Dale to do, and then a bit of seaming to create the folded over fronts and pockets. That's a really nice one, Good Dale. It's lovely. Oh, Yvonne's blushing. But Yvonne, you look gorgeous in that tee.
Work it, girl. Work it.
I'd have asked you out myself. I'd have been there. But, you know.
What with all the restrictions and that, you can't get across there for a date.
Well, you know how it is. And I'm a grumpy old cow anyway. So
she probably would have kicked you out after the first dinner.
Yeah, I think she can do better. But yeah, I thought she looked fantastic. Hooked all the curves in all the right places. I think the stripe pattern, the way she's done it, works really well with the greys. Yeah, really.
Love those colours.
Yeah, sleeve length works. The neckline. Yeah, a triumph.
It's good when it goes right, isn't it?
It is. It's really lovely when you get an item like that and you can't wait to wear it. Which was it, the peridotty one that you made, Yvonne, one of Helen Gibson's patterns, when we were test knitting? Did you do yours in, it was either black or the dark grey and the silver zinc lighter grey drops bell? And that looked really nice on Yvonne as well. I was thinking her finished object photographs look far better than mine.
She does do some good objects, photos. God, words. Please excuse her.
Can I apologise in advance for Emma, who's off her face on painkillers and diazepam with bad back? But we thought we'd give it a go today. Whether she manages the full hour is a moot point, because obviously she's not used to sort of sitting upright. She spent much of her time in bed. So
well, I might actually manage 6 hours simply because I can't move at the end and I'm stuck. You'll have long gone and I'll be sitting here going, can somebody help me?
So what beverage have we got, ladies? Yvonne, you've usually got some really lovely tea. Elaine's saying it's the drugs. It is in this instance, but usually it's just Emma.
Elaine was a superstar. She collected me from the hospital and she took me to the chemist so that I could get my prescription filled, because really helpfully the chemist at the hospital was shut.
Well, of course it was.
Of course it was. So she found me one that was open. So thank you, Elaine. And then she got attacked by Arthur when she brought me home. So, you know, she's gone above and beyond this week.
Oh, bless.
But yeah, I just have Earl Grey tea at the moment.
I've got Builder tea and I've got a can of my Tropical Blast pineapple and grapefruit Aldi sugar-free Bob.
I tell you what, I need to get off these drugs because I'm desperate to try my Captain Morgan tiki before Callum drinks it all.
All right. Now Yvonne says she made the was that the peridotty? Yeah, a bit shorter than the pattern, so it hits before the hips get wider. Oh, sorry. So the T she made shorter than the pattern,
Oh, right,
so it
okay.
hits before the hips get wider. And yes, she did make the peridotty. So I'm right for a rare change. There you are. Yvonne's got plain tea today. What have you got, Elaine? What have you got to drink?
I'd like to see this peridotty.
It's really nice. We'll have a look on Ravelry shortly. Thought you might like a quick look. I'm wearing my Campside cardigan.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
You see the transitions of the lace.
That is just amazing. Is the sleeve plain all the way down?
The sleeve is plain all the way down, knitted to pattern apart from the fronts. And I'll explain what I did in the, if you can see from sort of here down, sort of the centre nipple line.
Yeah.
Is where the cardigan is supposed to end on the front.
Right,
so
okay.
What I did was look at the final stitch count for the next size up, which would add another few inches, and calculated that if I did an increase every 4 rows on the fronts, that would get me to the stitch count for the next size up and would give me a bit more coverage at the front. And I can actually almost cross it over at the front because it's quite stretchy and it's got a lot of give. And I'm very pleased with the fit on the sleeves. They're maybe a touch longer than I would like, but if you're stretching and lugging things around, then that'll be great. And I really love this yarn.
You already shortened the sleeves as well, didn't you?
By about an inch.
Yeah. The leaves, you know, it's the colour. Sorry, you shortened the leaves.
Yeah, me gosh.
And the neckband.
Oh, well done, Yvonne. She's given me the link, so I can share
excellent.
it. See, one of us is playing along.
Is that band the same width all the way round, or is it slightly bigger around the neck?
It's the same width all the way around, and it's exactly as per the pattern.
Cool.
So here we go. Yeah. It's Yvonne's peridotty.
Oh, that's nice.
So you can see on here where the body's shorter. It's meant to be quite a bit longer.
Oh, that's lovely.
But I really like that.
I do. I really like the colours. It looks lovely with that outfit that she's got it on with.
Yeah, it's really nicely styled, I think. Let's see if we can get a bit closer in that.
Did P take those photos? Because good cameraman.
Oh. So when you see my photographer,
right, okay,
you will really see a difference. So this was me outside the house with my head cut off.
And Jake took those?
Yes.
But the colour's gorgeous.
It's Stylecraft Special, and it was 2 colours that were introduced in a fancy colour pack that year.
Right.
It's the duck egg, and the other one I think is called Empire or something like that. It's basically a teal.
You didn't need the top of your head, did you?
No, apparently not. And I've been and got my hair cut and everything and washed it and tidied myself up. And he just managed to cut everything off.
But you look happy, what I can see of you.
It's really, really comfortable and it's a great style.
It's lovely. I like it.
Very, very pleased with it. Oh, what I should have actually done is let me go back to Yvonne's.
Oh.
And then to Yvonne's projects. And I can show you the minty tea counter.
Yeah.
So that would be good, given that we've been waxing lyrical about it. We should really show it off. Right, here we go.
Oh, look at that.
That's what I mean. Really good fit. Absolutely perfect on the length.
Yeah.
So it should have been slightly, I think from what Yvonne's saying, that she's reduced the length slightly because it would have been down here.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful.
I do. I really like it. I love those colours.
And it's just the right amount of ease, you know, it skims the curves nicely, shows off her bust line with sort of without going, here are my breasts, please take them, or anything like that. They're not, the sleeves fit well, there's no tight on the arms or any of that you very often get where people haven't thought about the end fit.
Do you know what that minty tee would look really nice with? A suit. You know, like a business suit. You could wear that underneath a jacket, a proper decent jacket, and it would look really nice.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely beautiful on Yvonne. So well done. And I'm loving the silvers.
I was going to mention the hair.
Little flash of silvers there.
It's gorgeous. Share your silvers. Mine are coming back.
Oh, and she's got photos of a crochet vest from Rachel Ewan. Wear it with pride.
Oh,
I'll just say that one as well. Silana's social warrior vest.
Oh yeah. Well, that's nice.
Those colours, that's really pretty.
That's got a touch of pink in there, hasn't it?
Well, usually for Yvonne, it's probably more towards the lilac than the pink. It's hard to tell.
Gorgeous.
It really is pretty. I like it over the black top as well.
That'd look nice over a long sleeve as well.
Yeah, it'd be a good one for a sort of sneaky layer under a cardigan or whatever. They're saying that's gorgeous. Andreas was her photographer, and for the tee it was and vest it was a selfie stick. P doesn't really like to take pics anymore. Yeah, I know that feeling. I mean, Jake looks at me as if I'm threatening to poke his eyes out with sharp sticks or something. Maybe I should. Is Michelle here?
I don't know.
Where's Michelle?
Are you going to shout out if you're here with us, Michelle?
Yeah, let us know you're here if you are. Michelle was asking about lifelines, and we talked about them the other week, and I think all of us here would probably know what they are. But basically, when you're doing lace, or you've done a load of increases or decreases or difficult shaping, sometimes you want to put a thread of a different yarn, or a fine piece of dental floss is really good because it's quite strong and it's very thin, and you can just thread it through the stitches while it's on the needle. And then now I could do another 20 or 30 rows in a quite complex lace pattern. And if I make a boo-boo and have to rip it out, I will be able to rescue it at this point. So you can put one or several or loads of lifelines in your projects. And I did say that I would show on another piece of knitting. Now, I don't want to put a lifeline through this piece of knitting because it's quite high twist merino. And honestly, it shows every variation in tension, so I'm having to be really super careful. But basically this is an interchangeable needle, and I don't know if you can see, but there's a weeny hole there,
yeah,
on the needle itself. And if you thread dental floss or sewing thread through, it would need to be this needle at the other end, because whichever one we're going to knit onto, hang on, that's got the working yarn, so it's this one.
Yeah,
that's the needle it's going to work through. So we would put some thread through there and fasten it just with a little knot or something, and then work our way through to the end of the row, and then pull the needle out like this at the other end, and the thread will have pulled through our lifeline all the way through our knitting without any effort at all. And that's quite a nice way to do it if you've got a fine thread, or dental floss is particularly good.
And if you don't need it, you just pull it out.
Yeah, it's just really easy to tug out. So, like with this one, I've had enough of it now, and I can't. I have to hold those stitches quite carefully,
Yeah,
just pull, and that's my lifeline out now.
cool. It's really helpful if you think that you might go wrong, if you've got a lot of concentrating to do.
Yeah, or you're knitting late at night, or under the influence of a large cocktail of drugs, for for example.
I don't know what you mean. There's nobody under the influence of anything around here.
Oh,
Can you
so
see it in my eyes?
yeah, Yvonne's saying more purple, but very hard to capture with the front camera of the phone.
Yeah,
I figured it would be more purple than pink because you don't really do pink, do you? It tends to be your purples and greys and reds and occasionally orange and black, obviously, because that suits you. So
yeah,
Michelle says she likes this. Do you mean the lifeline or the
yeah.
cardigan?
I think she means the lifeline because it's a really helpful idea. It really is.
And there was a conversation in the after party group on Ravelry the other day. Tanya's working on a cardigan, using some yarn just to play around with it. And basically, what we were talking about is the method the pattern uses is Barbara Walker's top down simultaneous set in sleeve. So you start with the back shoulders and knit like a little wedge shape
Okay.
with short rows. Can you see this sort of four seam that's there now? And there's a couple of bumps for short rows.
Yeah.
And then you do the opposite shoulder on another needle
Right.
and cut your yarn and then work across and join for the back.
Cool.
So you've got this back piece with two shaped shoulders and you work down 1 or 2 inches, something like that, varies on size. And then pick up the shoulders again, do some more short row shaping for the front shoulders. I'm doing a V-neck, so I've got some V-neck shaping. And after a couple of inches, you pick up for the sleeve and join these pieces. So as you can see at the moment, that's my right front, my right sleeve, the back, left sleeve, left front.
Yeah.
And that's all being worked together. So all the sleeve caps, everything else, there is no seams at all. And it is very clever. I've got a spreadsheet that I use to calculate it all that does all the kind of grunt work.
There's no seams, but there's structure as if there were seams.
Yes, because you are picking up stitches from a cast on edge, it has all the strength and stability of a 3 needle bind off or a seam.
Yeah.
Oh, so Michelle says this lifeline would save this learner lots of time. Tell me about it, Michelle. I needed a lifeline, but only realised 2/3 into a mohair shawl with a deadline of 48 hours to go and
Ouch.
about this much knitting, and realised I'd really dropped a greeley and made an awful mistake and had to rip the whole lot out and sat and cried for the next couple of days while I did the knitting. Had I known about lifelines at that point, I could have rescued it. Now, we promised that we would do a quick roundup of autumn favourites. So basically, I've just been looking at anything that caught my eye.
Oh, good
So
on you.
we're ready to have a looky at some of the interesting patterns that
Yes,
have been released
please.
lately.
I'm so glad you do all the homework because all I've done is sleep. I'm very sorry.
It's all right. I don't mind carrying you.
You always carry me.
So I've got this bundle that I called Autumn 2020.
Excellent.
And I chose a pattern for the pick just because this really made me laugh. The pattern's called Dumpster Fire
Yeah.
2020. And I think that just sums up this year for so many people.
Oh, I love it.
That really tickled me and made me laugh. So I thought you'd like to see that. These are in no particular order, so I'll just take you through as we go. This is a free pattern by Espace Tricot. The two ladies there, I think it's Lisa and Melissa. Probably
Yeah.
got that completely wrong. They do a lot of free patterns. There are some chargeable patterns, and usually there's some kind of fundraiser attached for sort of local causes and things like that. They have their yarn shop, Espastrico, and they've got a podcast on YouTube, which is always quite interesting. But I liked this because the gather at the side and just something a bit different. That asymmetric fastening at the hip would
Yeah.
draw the eye from a lumpy belly or an overage of boobs, or that sort of thing. It just takes the eye in a different
It's
direction.
nice. I like that.
Now that's stranded. It's 4-ply, held together with lace, and
Ooh.
it's mohair lace. So you can just so can you see the halo?
Yeah. I love that. I love the colour.
Ridiculously light, ridiculously warm. 5 mil and 5.5 mil needles. It'll be done in no time, and I just thought that was really pretty, and I love that kind of curry colour that
Hmm.
you used. That's called Gather Round, which I thought was fun.
Oh, that's lovely.
As you know, I'm not a sock knitter, I'm more of a sock wearer, and I'd love these.
I love sock
Just a
knitting.
not too subtle hint if anybody's watching. I just thought they were really pretty. I like the speckledy kind of gentle yarn, the colour changes in it. I like the fact that it's not overwhelming the lace at all.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little bit of a nup without it being really in your face and lumpy and uncomfortable in your
I was
shoes.
going to say that'd be annoying if it was too big, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so they've really thought that through. And I love the fact that the wool's called Woolala Sock Merino. Woolala.
Well, la la.
Woolala. I picked this one. The name stood out because obviously just Andy's little girl's called Evie. Again,
Oh,
this is fingering weight held with lace, or it may be 2 strands of lace, but you can see that there's a halo from the mohair.
yeah.
Gives a mild effect to the yarn, and I just thought it was really pretty and very, very simple, really easy lace in the round, 5 mil needles, and it'll be very light but quite warm
Mm-hmm.
because of the threads
Gorgeous.
trapped. Bit of crochet. Have we got Rita or Nita here today? So this lady calls her business Joy of Motion. Um, I really like her patterns. This is from one of her winter ranges, but I thought it was very appropriate because of the opportunity to use gradients and marling and mess
I
around.
do love those colours.
I think that's really pretty. And there's always a lot of information in her patterns about shaping and fitting to your body. And you can get the free version of the pattern if you're a bit brassic.
Yeah.
But obviously the version on Ravelry that you pay for hasn't got any ads in it, and it's got absolutely all of the information that you can need. And then she's given quite good yarn quantities, the characteristics. It's an alpaca with merino, so it'd be very light but exceptionally warm and probably quite stretchy. Alpaca
Yeah.
has a
Alpaca's very
tendency to
stretchy.
grow. And unusually I don't tend to pick two by a couple of people, but I like this one again by the same lady. I like the openness of sort of the lace effect at the top, the more solid body. I can see that being a good work cardigan in
Yeah.
in a basic neutral like a grey or a camel, a khaki. I can see this on Yvonne in like a pillar box red,
Oh, yeah.
to go with her blacks and greys.
Oh, a nice deep purple.
Yeah, I think that'd be really interesting. Um, I just picked this because I love the colours and it just made me think of autumn. And who doesn't need a bag to put the knitting in?
Well, you can never have enough project bags.
And I really like the details. I think it's really pretty. It'd be a good introduction to colour work. I know.
Although, it does say something about the state of my mind that I had to look twice at what that motif was because I thought it was a little bit rude at first, but it's not.
No, it's just you and your jugs.
I think so.
So she's calling this the Heart Levels banner. I thought it'd make an interesting table runner.
Oh yeah. You could do it in Christmas colours.
Or you know, half the motif and make placemats or something like that. And you could have a lot of fun with colour changing yarn and things like that with it.
Yeah.
It just made me stop and look.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now here we go. It's the pattern for the throat as opposed to the cushion, but I actually really like the cushion as well. I think I'd
Oh
probably
yeah.
activate both. But look at the bobbles and the great big chunky tassels, aren't they lovely?
That'd look lovely on your sofa, wouldn't it?
It would. It would probably have Labradors sucking on the tassels, but
Well, you gotta give them some kind of entertainment occasionally, I suppose.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I
Blue,
looked at this one. I saw
that's
the
mine.
colours and thought Emma's going to love that.
That is mine.
Um, and then I thought, oh, I wonder if it's sheepy swirl or something like that. It looks like an expensive gradient, and it's not. It's Red Heart. It's a wrap rainbow, which is
Ah.
really affordable yarn.
Oh, I like that one as well, though. That other colour.
Oh, sorry, let me go back to that. Yeah, with the green and the
Oh,
lavender
that's
and the
lovely,
pink.
that.
Very subtle and very pretty.
Yeah.
Very summery colours, I might add.
Mm.
Don't think we need to do our dumpster dive again. We were talking about old shale the other day.
I love old shale.
Well,
Absolutely
a
love it.
pair of old shale socks, good old serviceable grey. And then I spotted this photograph where she's done a bit of rainbow striping. Oh,
Woo-woo!
what a lovely idea.
Love it.
So,
You could use up all sorts of oddments of sock yarn doing that, couldn't you?
yeah, now this is a Malabrigo supported design. It's Amy Gunderson, it's crochet. I mean, look at
Oh,
that.
wow.
It's just dreamy.
That's like a box of sweeties worn round your neck.
Yeah, and she looks amazing in that.
Mm.
Really, really beautiful colours on her. And that's called Flores de Jardin.
I
Lovely
like it.
mask of that. Looking at the crochet stuff, I really wanted to find a sweater. And I did wonder if there'd be anything textured, but bobbles anyone?
Crochet bobbles. Excellent.
Crochet bobbles, quite a wide neckline.
Is that a German word for snowdrop?
I'm not sure if it's Scandinavian actually. She's called
Mm,
Stina Holgard.
Snowdrop.
Hogard Johansson. So yeah, I'm thinking that's Scandi rather
Andy.
than German. But I just thought that was really great fun.
Love it.
It's Aran weight yarn, 13 stitches and 7 rows in double stitches for 10 centimeters. So quite a quick one to make. Now, I looked at that and thought it's in the wrong category, but it is crocheted.
Those are
There's a
gorgeous.
matching cowl, but
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's absolutely gorgeous.
Really, really lovely. Rhombus mittens. There is a matching cowl. I don't know whether this is available in English, to be honest, but
Right.
you know, even for inspiration,
But if
it's
it's charted, it might not really matter.
yeah. This is Mirabella shawl.
Oh, look at that.
Crochet. I mean, look at that gradient, and then again, just a completely different look.
I like them.
The change
I
of
mean, I'm
colour
not normally into those colours, but they're gorgeous, aren't they?
works really well. I don't really do toys and things like this,
No, I
but
don't.
who can resist those little baby sloth lovies?
Exactly. Sloths are big in our house.
They're just adorable, and I love
Mm.
that they've got it round a fleecy fabric, and it'll be all snuggly and comfy. I picked a handbag, not for me, but because you know, if you've got any little girls in your life,
That would make a lovely Christmas present.
absolutely beautiful, aren't they? And I love the little embellishments and things, and the way that the different colours play with it.
Yeah.
Exceptionally pretty. Um, I love a pillow or a cushion.
Love pillows and cushions, definitely.
I mean, goodness, they're pom-poms and cushions on acid, I think. Really heavy duty. But great, oversized tassels. I really loved this one. I saw the pink.
Oh, wow.
And then I saw the blue and thought,
Wow.
and I saw the gradient.
There's some work in that, isn't there?
Isn't there? Just fingering 1.5 mil hooks. So I don't know that any of us would be making it, but my goodness, don't you wish you had someone who loved you enough to make that?
Oh, that hat looked lovely on me.
That's a really beautiful crochet hat.
Yeah.
I tend to go for basic stuff like Yvonne's got a pattern, it's Cold Outside, that always does really well in the gift along because Louty makes a load of those.
Yeah.
It's a really good one for stash busting and stranding and things like that. But this one stood out as something I could make multiple times with or without the crochet cables. And I can't resist a big floofy pom-pom.
Oh, I love a floofy pom-pom.
I went for a bag. I really like the colours in this. Very neutral, very subtle.
And lots of people are trying to use them more for their shopping, so that's helpful.
And I like the blues and the greys. I figured that would appeal to your
No,
sensibilities.
me with blue.
Who doesn't need a free pattern for a piggy? And isn't she just adorable with her little scarf and her little doo-doo?
That's
Lots
brilliant.
of piggies. And what a really sweet baby gift.
This little piggy went to market.
And I saw this, and it's a woodland crib mobile, it says, with little clouds and trees and mountains and a little wigwam.
Oh,
That's
gotta
just
love a wigwam.
really stash bust. I know this looks a bit phallic, but I promise it's a unicorn. It's a unicorn.
Are you on the drugs too, Lorraine?
Well, I did you know.
Sorry, that's just tickled
I'm
me.
she didn't use a fur yarn for the bottom bit. That's all I'm saying. That's a bit uncontrollable. But I just think that's really good fun for a little girl.
Sorry, I'm just going to sit and quietly giggle all afternoon now.
And possibly fun for a much bigger girl. And I don't really do crochet dresses, but aren't they cute for a beach cover up? And
Do you know what? Perfect. I absolutely love that blue.
Yeah, really lovely. Shape your swirl and whirlette. Really nice.
I think I'd have gone the other way round though. I had the dark at the bottom and the light at the top, but yeah, I'd love one of those.
Don't really make toys, but who could resist my dear Watson?
And you could easily adapt his clothes, do him some separate clothes, and he could be like a Christmas Watson.
I know, but look at his little cape and
Oh, look at that hat.
it's perfection, isn't it? I just loved it, and I think these are from Interweave Crochet. And Amelia, the flying squirrel with the little helmet and the scarf. I'd be tempted to make the scarf a bit long, like Biggles with the piece of wire, in it to make the scarf stick out.
A pipe cleaner.
Yeah, I mean, just how awesome is that? This was a sweater. This was crochet. It's Interweave Crochet that I saw this one.
Oh, that's
and I'm
interesting.
loving that trellis effect.
I've never seen anything like that.
With post stitches.
That is lovely.
Very,
I like
very
the neckline.
Really nice neckline. I love that they picked a neutral. It's 4-ply yarn, so fingering weight yarn, 3.754 mil hook, 20 stitches in cable pattern with larger hook blocks. So it's not a massive amount of work. I liked this. The thought of a little dress or a halter for a crop for a little girl. I just thought it was so pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Really adorable. And then the other way around, variations on it.
Gorgeous. Oh, yeah, that'd look lovely with a little pair of cute jeans.
Yeah, super cute for a little girl. I really like this Ruana. Sorry, I'm just checking to see if we've got any other comments. So yeah, Yvonne's saying yes in red to that cardigan. Elaine's saying if only she could knit. Well, there's your opportunity, isn't it? What have I done there?
I don't know. What have you done?
Oh, it's all right. I
Oh.
was on the live page and I was trying to read the comments and I must have clicked on Yvonne and it took me to Yvonne's profile and I thought, why am I
All
there?
right. Hmm.
So here we go. Lots of wishing we could knit. Elaine got a beautiful beret that Emma made for me, but haven't had a chance to wear it. Well, you definitely get a chance to wear it in autumn. Now,
Yeah.
Woodsy Rainbow Ruana. I generally don't like this kind of garment, so here's my disclaimer. It feels a bit sacky to me.
Okay.
Well, but she styled it in lots of different ways, and actually, I'm quite liking it. And particularly the colours.
I like the fact that it's got everything in there. So no matter what your colour is, it's there.
Yeah, and the fringes and tassely bits. And I like what she's done with the belt. I
Yeah.
like the way she styled it in this one where it's sort of draped artfully over the shoulders. And I would still look like a sack of crap tied up in the middle, but I think she looks beautiful. And I think for £2.36 for the pattern,
Well,
oh,
yeah.
you could have a lot of fun with that. Picked this one, lovely crochet cardigan, very pretty in camel. I liked the sort of shell edging that just adds a little bit more sophistication. And if you wanted to, you could actually use those as buttonholes.
Yeah.
But it's obviously designed just to be.
Or put a bit of ribbon through and
Yeah, and it's worsted. It's 6mm and 8mm hooks, so quite loose going. It's in Spanish, unfortunately, which sort of I thought, oh, okay, but someone will translate it. I'll be able to translate
yeah.
it. I know someone that can. Harvest beanie. So
Oh
this
yeah.
is in bulky weight yarn, 2 sizes.
With a nice
Without
pom pom.
yeah, lovely pom pom. Nice bit of texture going on. Good use of colour. I think after the year we've all had and some of the ridiculous behaviour by some of our fellow designers, we needed a no drama llama.
We always need a no drama llama.
I really like the colours she chose for them. So there's our no drama llama granny square. And it's free from Winnie Sue.
You can make a whole blanket of no dramas.
Yeah. Now
Oh,
this
that's
was
nice.
designed for Kate Yarn. She's used King Cole Curiosity DK. It's quite a nice yarn actually. But I really love those beachy colours, and as soon as I saw that, I thought, oh, I don't know anyone who likes browns and
No,
blues.
not at all.
Think of anyone who would
No
want that.
one, no one at all.
Yeah, so
Just the person who's dropped her ball of wool on the floor and can't reach it because she's frozen in place. But no, nobody else would like it.
and I picked these little Halloween pumpkins. Very easy crochet by the looks of it. Bit of fun.
Yeah, they're cute.
So I'm nearly coming to the end of the crochet, I promise. I quite liked this hooded shawly tunic. It's got massive pockets that you could probably put a small dog in. Lovely big hood. I like that she's done a couple of coloured versions, both of which suit her very, very well. Look really nice on the lady concerned. £2.36, bulky yarn, crochet moss stitch. Really, really nice. Very
I love a
pleased.
hood.
And if it's, I know Michelle was after a knit blanket, but you know, when you graduated to crochet and you want something a bit more complex,
Wow.
what would that be like for a new baby? For all those textures to twiddle your fingers into and explore, and all the colours are just absolutely beautiful, and all the peacock shades in that one.
That is gorgeous.
Really beautiful. Pumpkin spice pocket shawl. There seem to be a lot of these. And is it a shawl? Is it just a scarf with pockets? I think because it's got kind of a collar on, that's why they're calling it a shawl. And
Is it me on my drugs?
I
But
think
is
this
that
lady needs
picture?
to cover her bottom.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's a bit of a dodgy picture.
Yeah, I think we need the bum covered for future photographs. I picked this one just because it's called the Antivirus 2020, and we're kind of all wishing we had an antivirus for
Yeah,
COVID. But really lovely use of yarn and colours. Very, very pretty.
I love it.
Looks a nice simple one to do.
Hmm.
Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable. So the yarn really does do a lot of the work in this. You get a good yarn with really nice colour changes. I saw this and thought of you, Emma.
I don't know why.
It's the crystallised boho cardigan. How's that for a
Yeah.
name? Oh,
Um,
Yvonne's in love with the peacock blanket.
was cute.
Elaine loves the bobble pattern jumper. Can she get the pattern? Yeah, you can get that on Ravelry. Emerald, I'll show you where to get that from. That's crochet. Michelle says she can only do granny squares.
Me too,
Mum's
Michelle.
the crocheter. Well, buy her the pattern and send her off. But isn't that pretty?
It is lovely.
Really nice, very simple. I'm not sure I would wear it with a belt. I don't like to emphasise my waist, but I really like the way that it's styled. Very, very simple. £2.36. Can't
Bargain.
go. Earrings. Just thought we'd have
Mm,
some earrings just because we can. And
why
look at
not?
that colour, aren't they cute? Like little skirts. And I
They
love
are
the way
lovely.
she's styled them in various photographs to show them off. But very, fairly simple stitches. And it is in fine thread on a
Hmm.
very tiny hook, but you know, you're not going to have 1,000 rows, are you?
No,
Onto a bit of knitting. I just really thought this was nice colour work. Very soft, very subtle.
that's lovely. I like the colours. I don't suit a yoke, but it is lovely.
I just really, really like it. And that's called Wildflower and Moss Flax.
I like the name.
I really like Valentina Kosciani's work, and I'm not one for the oversized kind of boxy look, but it is mustardy yellow, and look at that lace.
Mm.
And I do quite like the neckline. I would
It's
probably
interesting,
change
yeah.
it to a V just because. But yeah, I thought it was really pretty.
Oh, she's done hers longer, I think, hasn't she?
Yeah. I would a caveat here. I would never wear this in a million years. But look at the lace on the yoke, that puffy sleeve, and then gathered in,
So it's
and then
tied. I've
into
never
a
seen the sleeve
jumper.
like that.
So a tied sleeve, a bell sleeve,
That is really interesting.
a hemmed edge. I just thought it really stood out as something different. It's got I-cord trim on the neck. Um, yeah, just really, really different. It's called
Yeah,
August #7, Anne Sophie Velling. It's in English, unlike a couple of the others. But, you know, we can be inspired by them even if we don't
exactly.
make the exact thing. I went with this because it was called Happy Scrappy. And who can resist Happy Scrappy? And
Oh,
obviously,
yeah.
it's colour work, loads of fun, perfect sort of autumn colours. Love it.
I
Really,
like
really.
that.
Where's the link?
Gorgeous bright colours.
Oh, so the pattern's in testing at the moment. I hate
Right.
when they do that. Pick this one. I'm not sure how I feel about that carroty orange. It feels a
Um,
bit bright.
I think it would have been better with more of a mustardy colour rather than that bright colour.
Yeah, or more a deep pumpkin or something. But
Yeah.
I like the fact that it's sort of like a vegetable garden and a harvest, and it just struck me as clever.
See, it looks different in the picture where she's wearing it. It doesn't look anywhere near as bright, does it?
No,
Well, it looks a
that's
bit brighter in that one.
yeah, but I just thought that was fun. I picked this one again, never wear it in a million years. But lovely bell sleeve, I-cord finishing at the wrist, lovely peplum, nice deep scoop neckline. You could make the peplum and lower body as long as you wanted. I like that it's sort of empire line on that lady. Would hide a multitude of sins, really would.
Lovely over a dress.
Yeah, very, very pretty. Just kid silk, 4mm needles, 20 stitches, 30 rows. It will be as light as a feather.
But warm.
Yeah. The Bryony headband, I mean, nothing complex or nothing difficult, just a bit of a knotted headband. I love the kind of mustardy, wheaty colour that she's chosen, and I like the neutral, and I like the way that it's worn. It fits nicely on the head. Very pretty, bit of fun, nice gift.
Yeah, wouldn't take too long to knit up, really, I suppose.
No, just check for comments. Oh, Michelle likes the peacock blanket as well. So, right, I thought we'd have a pillow. This is from Narrow Knitting magazine. I just really thought the colours were fun. And the
I like
zigzag.
the colours, but it disturbs me the way that the colours don't go all the way across the line.
Yeah, I would have to even that out.
Yeah.
It would, in my parlance, it would boil my piss.
Yeah.
Now, caveat here, this is a drops pattern, so you take your life in your own hands. They're written in a suitably vague format, but it's just a simple 2x2 rib hat, fold over brim, lightweight yarn, strops Flora alpaca, 2.5mm needles. So, you know, you've got to love someone fairly well to make that for them, but a really good, solid man gift.
Yeah.
Because you know
Start it now and you'll be finished for Christmas.
what utter fuss budgets they are. I quite like this one, the Clotilde cardigan. It's obviously bulky weight, it's lace, it's got long floopy sleeves, there's lots of volume in the lower sleeve and then out to the cuff, so that sort of fashionable bell sleeve that
Yeah,
seems
they're
to be
definitely everywhere at the minute, aren't they?
around at the moment. But I just thought that was very pretty, and I like that she picked neutrals. And it comes in a good range of sizes. I know we talk about cables and busy yarn, and in theory this shouldn't work because it is a busy yarn, but it does work.
It's
Because I
nice,
can see
actually. I
the
really like it.
cables. Yeah, and it shouldn't work because it's a bit like an explosion in a paint factory. But yeah, it just works. And you see it
Yeah.
in a slightly more subtle, and you see the cables more, but I think that's much more interesting.
Oh, yeah. That'd go
Um,
really nice with my mustard coloured coat that I wear in the winter.
Yeah, and it's double knit, so I'm thinking that that would do with the mustard and the multicoloured version of the Bellissima that I've got, the
Oh,
back
yeah.
with the grey.
Oh, yeah. Give it a
I
go.
had to pick this one because it's called Rattlesnake.
Oh,
And for no other reason than that, but it's very simple colour work, nice speckle on the body, lovely sort of kettle dye for the background behind the cacti.
but where's the rattlesnakes?
I don't know. Maybe this patterning is off the rattlesnakes. I don't know.
Ah,
But I just really liked it. And I like that she's got models of different
I love
sizes.
the
This is a
colours.
lady that was in modelling before. Absolutely beautiful. Really good on fit as well.
That colour looks lovely on her.
It does.
Look at that
Absolutely.
makeup. Why can't I do my makeup that well?
Because you don't practice in front of the mirror and YouTube.
That's
So good to see it on Ladies of Curves.
I like both of those.
So that for me was another winner. So that's Rattlesnake by Jamie Hoffman. It's in double knit. Yeah, I just really, really like that. I
It's
like the shape,
only,
the
oh,
fit, the range of projects. Just yeah.
If only if I looked good in a yoke, I would be buying that. But I
I
just know it doesn't suit me.
had to go for this one because it was owls.
And who resists an owl? I can't resist an owl. I'm sorry.
Oh, who can
Woo,
resist?
woo.
I just thought it was really pretty, and you could have a lot of fun with a self-striping yarn for one of your colours. You could really play around and make it pop. Just fun.
Yeah.
Make a really nice gift if you've got a friend who collects owls. They'll love that. Flower Waves blanket. This is a modular knit, and it's sort of triangly wedge shapes that are joined together. And I just thought it
Mm,
was a really interesting use of colour.
that is really lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. So that would be a fun project, and you could use the colours in your cushions to match. I can't remember if we looked at this before. This is Letty. I just really like the texture, the bobbles, the lace. It's not over the top. It's a very simple shape. It's a nice shoulder shaping.
Hmm.
Very, very pretty, lightweight, nice sort of three-season piece. She's using Eden Cottage BFL sock. So you could use, you know, some sock yarns from Stash. This is another drop, so I apologise because you'll have to re-chart it. Their charts are awful. But just really pretty crescent shaped,
Do you
very
think
autumnal
that
colours.
after all the criticism they get, that drops would actually do something about their patterns, wouldn't you?
Think now, this is probably a pattern that's been kicking around a while by the look of the photography, but I like the idea of a sweater and a matching great big massive scarf that's almost a shawl and a hat as like
Yeah.
a trio set. So that's why I picked that one, but it is showing up as new to Ravelry as opposed to new. Knitted blanket,
It's almost like a crocheted one as well, though, isn't it?
beautiful use of colour. That'd be really good fun for stash busting and messing
Yeah.
around. So that's the Mandala blanket by Michelle Caruso. This one's called Knit Your Minis, and it's for all your little, you know, when you get these mini skeins and go,
What
bollocks,
do I
what do I
do
do
with
with
that?
them?
Yeah,
I just thought this was a really fun way to use them up.
it's gorgeous.
Very pretty examples. I think that one in particular really speaks to me. Very subtle. But yeah, it's really simple. I hate to use the expression it's nothing special, but it isn't. It's just a clever way of using up. Now, this sweater is called Plucky.
Flicky.
And I like the shoulder treatment. I like the cable down the sleeves. I like the high-low front and back. Bit of short rows going on. Nice neckline that you could just have as a crew if you wanted, or have a lovely roll neck like she's done there.
Yeah.
Double knit yarn. It's knitted at an Aran gauge on 5 mils, so it'd be quite lightweight, very similar to Campside. I saw this as well, drop stitch cardi. It's That's about the best photograph I could find of that one, which is a shame because the drop stitch creates quite a lacy area and it'll be a very quick knit.
Yeah, but you can't get a decent look at it, can you?
No, Rusty the Fox just because.
Well, who doesn't need a fox? Yeah.
Yeah, and look at those little ears. You kind of want to
He's
twiddle
cute.
those little ears. We saw this one the other week, Willingdon. It's a free pattern. Elizabeth McCartan, her patterns are really good. We saw the blue one. Emma wants it.
Yeah.
Elizabeth won't hand it over. I don't know what her problem is.
It's shuffling.
Jasper. I
Oh,
really like the wee bobbles.
yeah.
Not generally a bobbles fan, but I like the interest. And let's be fair, they would take the eye away from any nipply things going on.
It's true. If it was a bit cold.
Yeah. Or any sort of misaligned boobage or whatever, because you'll be following the lines of the bobbles and the
Yeah.
stripes, utterly distracted by anything else. So I thought that was a fun one, and you could have oddments of expensive yarns Rattlesnake draft excluder, because my mum used to make these years ago.
Oh my God, we used to have draft excluders.
I mean, I'd have one in my house, but the dogs would kill it, shag it,
Yeah,
or cover it in I'll cover it in more hair than they've got.
yeah.
So
It wouldn't
yeah,
be excluding any drafts, would it?
no. I picked this just because of this pretty
Oh,
detail,
look
this
at
little
that.
bit of ruffle
Oh,
on the shoulder, and I love that speckly yarn. It's
I
very
love that
delicate
yarn.
and pretty. I'm not that might really annoy me if I wanted to wear a cardigan over it, like my campside or whatever. But I just thought that for wearing like that, I would want a longer sleeve. But I thought that was a really pretty tee.
Yeah, that's really
It's
nice.
called Mocky by Lolita Doobie. Um, Bunny Muff. So,
Oh,
Zilla, um, she's quite a busty lady, but you can't really tell from this photograph because it really disguises the boobage when it's fastened further down.
do you see those buttons? Those are amazing.
Yeah, she always chooses fabulous buttons. She really, really does.
I
Um,
like that.
but I love the colour work. Very, very
Oh, we've
pretty
got
colour work.
chickens.
Awesome colours.
Oh, you got to have that with the chickens. I think I could wear that. Is that knitted in the round and steeked?
Steaks, yeah.
Oh, I want to have a go at that.
And look at the colours this lady's done.
I just want it for the chickens.
I think that's utterly gorgeous. And I think that's a brilliant photograph to match in with the
Yeah.
hydrangea flowers and everything else. I think she looks beautiful
Absolutely.
in those
Love it.
colours. Her skin is glowing.
She
Absolutely.
looks lovely in that.
Great smile. Curd cardigan. I like Carol Feller and I
Yeah.
like this cardigan. What I don't like is I'd have slapped the photographer for having it sat like that at the back. Well, it's not flattering, is it?
No.
And it makes you wonder if it fits at the back. Now, clearly it does at the front. And when she's just stood, it's fine. So I don't think it's an issue. I think it's the fact that she's got her pockets in and it's being puffed over the back for sort of an arty pose. But I do like the cables. I like the saddle shoulder, the saddle going across the back. Very, very nice. She does some intricate designs. This one's for Yvonne, bit of Big Bang Theory, Bernadette's cardigan.
Oh, yeah.
I believe this is made using the same method that I'm actually using for the blue knitting that I'm doing at the moment, the top-down set-in sleeve with short rows and whatnot. Just very pretty, and like Bernadette in the Big Bang Theory, you could have one in sort of 37 colours.
Yeah.
This is a drop, so I apologise, but this is with Helen Curzon in mind because she likes these sort of almost poncho but not quite things. And you could pick up there and make an elbow length or longer sleeve very, very, very easily on that tunic.
Yeah. And just
like
wear that over a nice long sleeve t-shirt.
And that's Down Studio Drop Tears, which she's not going to like because of the alpaca, but very lightweight. I picked this because it's camel coloured and it's really pretty. And I like the rib pattern on the band and the lower bit and the pockets and the cable. Very simple sleeves and the cable on the shoulder. Really simple, really pretty, and
interesting shape.
Could imagine that I'd wear that a lot,
Yeah.
particularly meetings and things like that where you need to be warm but look tidy and smart.
Yeah.
I like the marling in this, so you're double stranding from one colour to the next. So 2 strands of the pink, a strand of pink and red, 2 red, red and grey, and so on to get your marling all the way along. So you could use up tons of really quite fun colours with that. I don't know whether you'd actually need a pattern as such, but a nice idea. I have to say the caveat with this dress is if my mum had tried to put this on me as a child, I'd have ran away screaming.
That's funny.
But doesn't she look adorable?
She's very happy to be wearing that dress.
It's really cute. There's a couple from Pom Pom, but nearly there, I promise. I just really like the yoke on this.
I like that sleeve.
I like the A-line shaping and how it skims quite nicely on a larger lady. It's double knit and mohair, both used together, lace and DK to get a DK gauge on slightly larger needles, 4.5 and 5 mil, so slightly looser gauge, but it will have a really nice drape. I love the lacy pattern on this one, and you don't see it so much on that mal there, but you
Yeah.
do see it here.
Oh yeah.
This peachy colour, how pretty is that?
That's lovely.
So again, that's from Pom Pom, and that's some Icelandic lace weight, so it's probably rough as a badger's bum. I really liked this. If you're tall and slim and long-legged, so not me,
Nor me.
this sort of lean column tunic with side splits is gonna look amazing, and it's called Saft by the Woolfolk Design Team. This was Rico. Love Wool number 9. I don't know if it's a current pattern, but I really like those cables.
See, that would look nice as a saddle shoulder if they'd have had that cable going all the way across.
Yeah.
Looks a bit cut off.
I liked the green and the fact that this is called Lemon Jelly.
Ooh.
Really nice yoke. I like the sleeve shaping.
It's lovely. That looks like a Malabrigo, that.
It's really pretty, just great fun. Little Foxes, Arctic Fox DK. This is another Pom Pom, and I picked it just because of this photograph. I love the headscarf, and those colours make me think
Wow.
1970s.
I'd like that with a different neck. Where you've got the pattern stop, I would just put like a little bit of a edging and leave it like that.
Yeah, I think
that's lovely.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Our own friend Lynette has partnered with Lynette Graham, and Lily's done a crochet version of this, the crochet bits, and Lynette has done the knit version of the pattern.
That's
And
cool.
I just thought it was really pretty, and it's the sort of thing that you could use for sort of a curtain.
Yeah.
As well as for a wrap. So that really appealed to me. This says leaf sweater oversized, and my God, is it? Look at those leaves.
Wow.
I can't imagine wearing it. It's very 80s. But
my mother-in-law does a blanket with those leaves on.
Yeah. I couldn't resist this. A Morris Minor traveller cushion.
My granddad had one of
a
those.
variety of vehicles, as you'll see.
Oh, I love it.
But I just thought they were great fun. I picked this one. I don't like a boat neck or a slash neck sweater. That to me would feel like something was strangling me. But I like the lace pattern. I like the simplicity. I like the soft neutral colour. And this lady's gone for a much more oversized, looser fit. And that looks good on her. That on me would look like a sack. I would.
That reminds me
more like this.
The looser version of it reminds me of like 1920s, where they used to wear those with the long skirt.
Yeah. So another pretty one. It's only recently released. A bit more colour work. Hot butter yarns. I mean, look at that. And there's a bit of lace patterning there as well as colour work, and lace in the lower body. So there's kind of a lot going on there to keep you interested during the knitting.
Oh yeah, there's loads. That's not a TV knit.
No, this is Tanis Knits, Tanis Grates from a collection, and this is the Lady Mary tam. There's one for all of the Downton ladies. How pretty is that?
Yeah, I like the crown.
This is April from Skano, our lovely friend.
Yay!
Beautiful, very simple lace panel down the sides, garter everywhere else. Really easy. The yarn does the work.
Yeah.
You know,
oh, look at that picture.
A busier yarn will really shine on that one. Flower Buds Tea for this one. This is Ludmila Arsenic. What a name. But very pretty. I like the way she styled it with the belt. Not necessarily how I'd wear it, but I'd probably wear it more like that, and that's how my hair would look. That's exactly how my hair would look. There'd be more of me, obviously, than there is of her.
That is the perfect windswept and interesting look.
Yeah, I love the photography. I love that it's natural, and I like the fact that they've obviously had a bit of fun with it and not taking things too seriously. And that lady's gone for really high contrast with the bright red and the white, and she carries that off quite well. But to be honest, I'd look like death warmed up in it.
I
And
wouldn't
then
look
I
good.
got that one with the blue matching to her trousers. So
Look at the colour of that lower body.
yeah, really lovely with the gradient. I just think it's fabulous.
Ooh.
So I wanted to show you that. Now this is Natalie. I want to buy her a sandwich.
She looks like her head is just too heavy for that neck. I'm sorry.
She looks beautifully slim, but I liked the
Yeah.
chains. Quite bold and high contrast. Her patterns are beautifully written, I have to say.
It's a stunning jumper.
And I like the softer version.
Yeah.
It is still quite high contrast, but not as in your face. But I like the way that people have sort of changed it up. And this one, where it's much more subtle.
Yeah.
So it just shows how people will have a totally different vision. This is drops again. I apologise. And there is a cardigan as well as a sweater, but I like the colour and I like the cables.
Yeah, that's nice.
So there was a twisted logic to it.
Okay.
Lavinia pullover.
Oh, I like that.
Really liked the grey with the burgundy. It's not massively high contrast, but it works, I think. I thought this was pretty. Browns and rust and leafy colours. Really nice fit. Look at those curves. Doesn't she
Yeah,
just
it's
amazing?
lovely, but personally, I'm not a fan of too much like peepage on the bra area because you got to have a nice bra.
Or a clean one at least.
Well, yeah.
But look how different it looks with that gradient.
I much prefer that one.
So, you know, again, always check the testers and others. I had to get a shawl in there.
I like that.
It's a bit of a whopper. It's heavyweight yarn. Be really quick and see, you know, like snuggling under a blankie, really.
Yeah.
I had to have another fox.
Oh, look at that outfit that the fox is wearing.
Oh, isn't it adorbs? It's just super cute with his little hood. And look at the top of the hood.
Oh, wow. And it's even got pockets on his little jumper.
No, it's just so ridiculously cute.
Oh, if only I was a toy knitter.
Yeah, absolutely in love with that, if anybody would like to make me one. I like this one. The photography's awful. It's really quite dark and hard to see.
Yeah.
But what a pretty design. Good choice of yarn.
Oh, I
It's
like that.
much easier to see in the lighter colour than it is the
Oh,
dark.
look at that one.
How beautiful they are
I'm
together.
sorry, that photo should be the first photo.
Yeah, it should. I might send her a note. But that's
Send her a note.
Bergen. Really, really pretty. A lovely gift, I think.
Yeah.
Saw this one, bit of mosaic knitting, bit of slip stitching going on. I just really like the patterning on the yoke. Very, very pretty.
I absolutely love yoke jumpers. I think they are gorgeous and they are so interesting. And I really wish that they suited me. They just don't.
Look at that with the orange.
Oh,
And that
wow.
one, really subtle, but how elegant is that? And there's another colour there
Oh,
with a lilac. It's almost minty green, isn't it?
yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to show you those. And then we've got some on the other page. I promise we're not going on forever. I don't even know if is it available in English. Yes, it is. Good. Shepherd socks. Little sheepies on your sockies.
Oh, yes.
Can we see a picture of just the sockies? So yeah, really cute little oran motif, contrast cuffs. You could totally stash bust. Really love that.
Yeah.
Avonwell, Hannah Majewska, whatever. Hannah's designed this beautiful cowl and it's got some buttons.
Beautiful.
And I really like that stitch pattern and
And
how
she
it.
wears it over her shoulders as well.
Yeah, so styled in different ways, very pretty. I think this is from the same collection. You can only get it as a collection at the moment, but they'll probably
Right.
be released as separate patterns later. But nice slip stitch colour work there on that yoke that really stood out. And you can imagine that with a Malabrigo Rios in like the Diana colourway, where that would really stand out with the colour work. I picked these sockies because just look at those patterns.
Cool.
Really great fun, and carrot orange is going to stand out. I picked this because it was a cute baby.
Oh, I should
Really,
make that for my
really,
granddaughter.
really simple pattern, very, very sweet.
I
And
love the bonnet.
not for any
Do you
other
get-
reason.
Do you get the bonnet as well?
No.
Yeah.
Acorn's hat. If you have a look in my bundles on Ravelry,
Yeah.
it's in there and it's called Autumn 2020.
I
But I
want
thought
that.
this was really cute as a little hat.
That is so cute. I'd put a little tie on it.
And it's obviously part of a set, so I thought I'd just show you the hat. But look at that babe. Oh.
He is so happy.
I like this one, Astraeus from Bad Wolf Girl Studios. I love those colours.
Yeah.
Utterly gorgeous. And look at this on this larger lady. Really, really pretty colours.
There's a lot of short jumpers around at the moment.
Yeah, and because she's got a dress underneath and you can see that the waistline's higher, it works, but you've got to get your waistline correct. I think for me it's making her boobs look a bit shelfy.
Yeah.
If it had come in a bit underneath the bust, I think it would have worked
She
a bit
looks like she's knitted it longer.
Yeah. But again, very pretty. I like the sun and moon and all that going on. I just thought it was a fun stash buster. You could use leftovers for the ziggy zaggy bit of the pattern.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be a rainbow. I quite like this one because there were more subtle autumn colours. It's just
Yeah.
a very basic wrap shape. I mean, it couldn't be much simpler in terms of how to make it. But, you know, clever use the stripes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ileana.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, I was thinking the detail on the back neck was very pretty, and then I realised it was a tattoo. But there you are. And you're the one on drugs.
Oh, it's fine.
But you can just see how changing the yarn colours really changes the look quite dramatically.
I like that one.
I like the lace on the lower body as well because it just adds some interest. We'll ignore the socks unless does somebody really love socks. This was Ash Allberg and I like her patterns and it's lots of twisty stitches and quite crisp details.
You do like socks.
Smaragd pullover, Svetlana Vogue. This is from a collection. There's a little ebook.
I want the wool.
I really like the Ranco wool that she's used. Just very, very pretty, great use of sock yarn. I thought this was fun. It's free. It's just a little cable pattern. Great use of colour. Lovely for gifting.
Yeah.
Or keeping. I'm not sure how I feel about this one.
Okay.
It's a bit sacky for me. It's a bit sort of shapeless. Look at how it gapes at the back. It's like having a parachute hanging off.
You've got to be really skinny to wear that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, is that a man?
Yes.
I think it might look better on the man, to be honest.
I think it does. And I think if you do a more fitted version, I think it's more flattering
Yeah.
than the sort of oversize. But I think it's fun, and I like the colour work, and I like that it's knit side to side. This is by our own Mary dear, Mary Rose.
I absolutely love,
This has
love,
got
love, love,
like
love this.
a bajillion beads and a bajillion load of nups, but oh, wow, look at that
It
lace.
is stunning.
It's yeah. I won't look at the baby cardigan. It's just basically got a couple of lace panels on it, but I just thought it was pretty. I picked this shawl because I love the
Oh,
colours. Really like the colours and this almost pleating effect.
it's almost like a shell, isn't it? You know,
Yeah, really, really pretty.
gorgeous.
Candy Shop by Julie Maria Higginbart.
Beautiful.
Yeah, really like that. This one is Arella Seaton from the Gift Along. Really nice use of gradient in the lower body. Lovely mosaic. Just, yeah, very pretty, very flattering. I would not do the mosaic in the lower body. I have a larger lower body and I do not need to underline it with pattern. But I
It
love
looks like it's kind of pulled it in a little bit too much for her.
possibly it may need some blocking.
Oh, stunning.
Yeah, beautiful shawl, amazing colour, size, drape, perfection for the time of year. And that's Sari Norland Luna Knit, and it's available in English. And yeah, just love, love, love it. It's a lace pattern that we've seen used on a few things. This one I like the colours, not for any other reason.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
just
lovely,
like the
that
yarn she'd chosen.
beachy kind of colours again.
Yeah, I liked the little clever details on this. There's nice I-cord edgings. I like the lace. It
Yeah,
was nicely finished. I'd have done probably a narrower I-cord edge. It's probably a bit heavy for me, but a nice V-neck and party in the back almost.
I like a deep V.
I like this one. I like that the sleeves match the top of the cardigan.
Yeah,
I like the texture lacy pattern on the sleeves and the cardigan. I love the green with the peachy colour. Yeah, I just think they work really, really well. And that's the two laid out together. Yeah, really like those.
lovely, that
Very
one.
simple. Cardigan Frida. Forgot. I've gone over time again, haven't I?
Way over time.
So,
Shall we give you a yellow card?
yeah. Bomber cardigan.
Oh, wow.
Really heavy yarn. Very heavy cables. I just really liked it.
It's gorgeous.
I don't know that I'd wear it, but I liked it. Love Note, I don't know how that got in there because that's not a new release. I'm going to pick this one because it's crochet, but look at the drape.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, actually, no, it's knit. It was in the
It's
crochet section,
darker, isn't it?
bizarrely. Yeah, it was in the crochet bit, which is odd, but never mind. Maybe she's figured that out now. I thought that was a pretty cowl, very simple lace pattern, simple lace repeat, lightweight yarn, very easy to work in the round, but very effective.
Mm-hmm.
And who doesn't need a pair of gloves with holy it's cold?
I think they are genius.
You know, so
Yeah.
I can't see where to actually buy this pattern, but it's one of these where you roll the dice to choose the next colour combination and the next pattern, and I just thought it was very clever.
Fun.
Not clever enough to tell me where to buy it or the kits, apparently.
That's a
But
pointer.
you know. Um
Oh,
Paola,
I love Paola's stuff.
I know. Gorgeous,
She's
gorgeous,
so talented.
gorgeous. Let's see if we can get a picture that shows us a bit more. But I just thought that was beautiful.
Mm.
Really
I
lovely.
love her photo. She always looks like she's having such fun.
Yeah. Really simple hat, free pattern, bit of cable, bit of rib, done in a couple of evenings. Pressed flower shawl. This was Amy Christopher's. I just thought this was lovely.
Oh, that's
And what a
cute.
great way to use up a hod of yarn.
Yeah.
Very, very pretty. You could go really high contrast. This is a free one from Unit Toronto called Estrella, because
Hmm.
it's kind of a butterfly lace. I like it better in this colour myself. I wouldn't have a boat neck. I would adapt it to a V-neck. Personal preference. Calliope, this is a Spas Tricoat again. I like the yoke. I like the fact that it's, got a bit of mohair in there, that it's nice and soft and light.
Bit too much ribbing for me. I don't like a rib.
Yeah,
I'm boring.
calls itself the perfect fit raglan. It's crochet. It's designed for cake yarns.
Oh
I
yeah,
just really loved those colours, and I thought that looked amazing on her.
that's
And it
cool.
fastens on your little fingers, so if you're wearing it under a coat, your sleeve doesn't go running up your arm
Oh,
because it gets
perfect.
into your finger. A bit high neck for me, but very, very pretty. I'd have probably made the neck about 6 inches longer and cowled it on much bigger needles so that it sort of flopped down here somewhere and wasn't actually near my neck.
Yeah, I can't be doing with it too high up.
I like that subtle pink. Little cardigan from April. That's
Yeah,
again now again. Just a nice 3-season piece for layering over a long sleeve tee. This is Josie Paquan. I thought this was really pretty.
oh, that's lovely.
I like the brick because I can see the sleeve details a bit better. This is hemp,
Oh,
um,
interesting.
which I've not used. I don't know a great deal about the yarn, and I like this one because it's got the patterning on the back, but you could probably wear it either way depending on how you did your neckline. Suitable for a range of body shapes, looks good. Just very, very simple, no waist shaping. It's basically a rectangle with a fancy neckline. And this one was Anne B. Hansen again. And I liked the really simple lace.
Hmm.
There's nothing hard about this.
But it's effective.
The little ridges. You could have different colours for the bands. You could
Yeah,
do the garter ridges with the eyelets in different colours. You could have a lot of fun with that. So that was kind of me for today.
cool.
Oh, Michelle says she loves Lorraine's idea of a short list. Oh, and Yvonne says cute cardigan, especially with the shirt. Translations in various languages are a bit hit and miss. Good to know. Drops are a bit like the patterns you used to get in German magazines where you have to read the whole pattern before you start. Oh, so Yvonne's finished her knitting and has got seaming to do later. Michelle likes Clotilde. So yeah, I think we've enabled quite a bit. If you want the link to my bundle rather than the whole, me posting a million lists, I'll just put the link in now.
I think I look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards currently.
Oh yeah, you do look. I was searching for the word, but I think drunk sums it up quite nice. I can't believe I've sat through all of that with my cardigan and my cowl on.
I'm seriously worried that I'm not going to be able to move in a moment.
Right, well, I'm done. So what can I say? I'm just
I'm,
enabled.
I'm, I'm going in the bath now.
Right, well, we will see you on Thursday. Well, I don't know whether Emma will.
I shouldn't be drugged up by Thursday. I should be finished. What? Yes, I know. I know.
Yeah, Arthur hasn't been fed in a week,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Emma's got to go for a big wee. So
And a long soak.
yeah, something like that. So we'll say ta for now. Thank you ever so much. You've got the list for the bundle with all the patterns, so you can look at your heart's content. And do let me know. And Yvonne, let us see your FO once you've done your seaming.
Yes, please.
Bye for now.